Hey everybody, it's Molly with All Ears, and I'm here today with a brand new video. Today we are having a throwdown, but not just any throwdown, a throwdown of my favorite meal, brunch. I'm headed to 3 of the most popular brunch spots at Disney Springs to see who wins the breakfast lunch battle. Will it be Wine Bar George, Chef Art Smith's homecoming, or the new musical brunch at the Boathouse? Only one way to find out. Let's get those mimosas and eggs ready. It's on. Our first contender, Wine Bar George. This is brought to you by Master Sommelier George Militotis, who is known for doing the wine list over at California Grill. He opened up his restaurant here at Disney Springs just a few years ago. They've got over 140 different wines, great cocktails. Normally they do tapas as well as lunch, entrees at dinner, but on the weekends they also do their brunch. I'm so excited. This is one of my favorite restaurants in all of Disney World. Let's get in there. Wine Bar George is incredibly popular, just like all the restaurants we're going to be visiting today, so advanced reservations are highly recommended, basically required on the weekends. But we got one, and we're ready to eat. Starting brunch off strong with a cocktail here. This is one of their signature beverages that they're known for at Wine Bar George. It's a Dole Whip mimosa, and it's frozen pineapple Dole Whip, and then it's got Moscato wine and Prosecco in it. You can get these also at the basket at Wine Bar George. They've got a couple different flavors of them, but that's what we're gonna kick it off with here. Ooh. Okay. That is delicious. If you know me, you know that the pineapple Dole Whip is actually not my favorite. I prefer the lime, but I wanted to go with the classic. This is so refreshing. The Moscato and the pineapple are definitely sweet, but the Prosecco's cutting it a little bit, making it a little drier. They'll do different versions. You can get these at the basket, which is the walk-up window here at Wine Bar George. And if you buy one of their cute corksicles, you actually get the drink in there for free. So that's a little motivation as well. But ooh, a little sweet for a cocktail, what I normally get, but at brunch, just waking up, a little juice. Also, you know me, I'm obviously gonna order coffee everywhere I go for brunch. Wine Bar George just has plain coffee, or they did have a few coffee cocktails, but I'm saving my cocktail power for some other more unique things. But just give their plain coffee a whirl. It's plain coffee, but it's delicious coffee. I wouldn't expect any less from Wine Bar George, but gotta have a coffee at brunch. And like I said, they do have a specialty coffee cocktail on their menu. It's got coffee brandy and coffee liqueur in it. Sounds delicious, but we actually just chatted with George himself, and he recommended one of the cocktails, and I feel like I'm legally required to get whatever George of Wine Bar George recommends. I absolutely love the vibe here at Wine Bar George. You've got a big outdoor patio on the top floor. There's an outdoor patio on the bottom floor as well. It's very farmhouse chic in here with cool light fixtures, wooden, and then you've got some industrial features with the metal. Absolutely love it here at Wine Bar George. If you're not coming for brunch, this is a great spot for date night, ladies' night out, fun place to get some cocktails and appetizers. Some of my favorite things that are on their brunch menu, or are on their brunch menu but not getting today. The mac and cheese bites, the meatballs, they have incredible charcuterie boards, lots of great cocktails, olive oil cake. This is truly, again, one of my favorite spots to come in all of Walt Disney World. This beautiful cocktail right here is called the Hoot, and this is the one that George himself just recommended to us. It is made with Hooten Young American whiskey and creme de casas, which is a berry liqueur, and then topped with a little bit of ginger beer. And this is one so good that George said he makes these at home. That's how much he likes this cocktail. It's got a personal recommendation from George, so you can't really choose something else when that happens. Okay. Well, that is like a Moscow Mule and an old-fashioned had a most delicious and refreshing child. Wow. Okay, this is a refreshing berry daytime patio beverage, but it's not sweet at all. I'm mostly tasting the ginger beer, and then I taste a little bit of the whiskey, but the blackberry, the creme de cassis, is kind of curbing both of those things and making it a really good, easy, simple patio drink, but it still tastes like whiskey. yeah, I can see why George would recommend that one. So if you're someone that's used to ordering maybe an old fashioned or a Moscow Mule and you're looking for something light, fresh, bright when you're at brunch, I definitely recommend this one. First entree is here. This is truly one of my favorite meals in all of Walt Disney World. It is the breakfast burrata, and you've got this big chunk of burrata cheese, which is almost mozzarella, but they stop it before it's quite done forming, so it's a lot gooier, a lot runnier. And then they've got these nice chunks of ciabatta bread here that they've grilled, candied bacon, fresh avocado and tomatoes, all drizzled with some olive oil. Yum. All right, I've crafted myself the perfect bite. Again, heirloom tomato, candied bacon, burrata cheese, avocado, ciabatta. I literally want to cry, it's so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, first things first, candied bacon is so delicious, and that's definitely the first thing I tasted was that smoky candied bacon. So delicious. And you've got that fresh ciabatta bread that's holding up to all of this, that gooey, creamy cheese, fresh avocado, heirloom tomato, whole thing drizzled with olive oil. It is so fresh and so bright and so delicious, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be that hearty of a meal, but it really is. It will fill you up if you eat this whole thing, and every ingredient is simple but executed perfectly, and they all sing together. It is so good. And if you're looking for something for brunch that's not so heavy, like you don't want to do, they've got great steak frites here, they've got, omelets, they've got a lot of heavier brunch items. That's what we're going to see at a lot of places too. If you want something a little bit lighter, a little bit fresher, you cannot go wrong with this. Literally one of my all-time favorite meals in Walt Disney World is this breakfast brunch. Also trying out the chicken biscuit here. So we've got a biscuit with pimento cheese, fried chicken, bacon jam, a sunny side egg, a side of coleslaw. This thing looks incredible. Pops that egg open. I love a runny egg, so I am literally so excited to try this because I also love pimento cheese and fried chicken. So this is looking like it'll be a new favorite. My standards are very high for this right now. Wine Bar George, you have done it again. OMG, is this fabulous. Okay, start with the biscuit. Cooked perfectly, buttery deliciousness. You've got that pimento cheese on there, which actually has a little bit of heat that I can taste coming off of it. Got this perfectly fried chicken, light and dark meat, and then a runny egg on top of it. And then the bacon jam has a little bit of sweetness, which is perfectly balancing out the biscuit and the pimento cheese. I think this is going to be a close race no matter what. But the fact that Wine Bar George is executing a southern dish this way, well, let's just say I'm excited to go to homecoming. Put a little of that slaw on there. I'm not a huge slaw person on its own. However, when you add it to the biscuit, the slaw is very good. It's creamy, but it's still vinegary. It's got good crunch from the green onion and the carrot and the cabbage. So when you add the slaw onto the chicken and the cheese and the egg and the biscuit, which are all heartier, drier options, and then you add that nice crunch of the slaw with a little creaminess, that's next level. So I don't know which one to tell you to eat, the burrata or the fried chicken biscuit. I think the fried chicken biscuit is probably a little more unique. You can make the burrata at home, but that candied bacon, all the servers have said that one's their favorite too. I've also had the steak frites here, also amazing. Truly, I've never had anything bad at Wine Bar George, and their brunch is exceptional. So we're starting off very strong. Once again, had a fabulous meal here at Wine Bar George. There's a reason I keep saying it's one of my favorite restaurants in all of Disney. The cocktails are amazing, the food is amazing, the service is incredible. They have educated their team here so well to not only be able to talk to you about all of those different wines, about all those different cocktails, they're gonna give you a great recommendation in any price range to go with your food. They were amazing, it was fabulous. This brunch throwdown is gonna be tight because that was perfect. I don't know how Homecoming or the Boathouse are going to top that. Ahoy, friends! We are ready for brunch number 2 here at the Boathouse at Disney Springs. The Boathouse is a signature seafood restaurant. Tons of great options in there. Normally they're known for their oysters, their seafood dishes, great patio bar that I enjoy, but how will their brunch compare? Let's go find out. The Captain's Brunch at the Boathouse is a relatively new experience. They just started it a few months ago, and what makes it really unique is that they actually have live music here. They've got piano players take requests and perform live starting at 11 during their brunch on the weekends. Pro tip, friends, if you've got a captain's hat handy, you're gonna wanna wear it when you come to the Boathouse because you will be handsomely rewarded. Taking a look at the brunch menu, there's a lot of different brunch mains, classics like shrimp and grits, steak and eggs, chicken biscuit and gravy, but then they've also got a crab cakes Benedict, an avocado toast, Belgian waffle, and then the lakeside looks like kind of just your classic breakfast platter that Ron Swanson would probably enjoy. They've got a couple of signature drinks, an espresso martini, a Bloody Mary, different Hermosa, orange, strawberry. So if you're a fruit fan, there's something for you. Different sides, kids menu, and then you can still get, if you are here for some seafood, of course they are known for their oysters here. You can still order those. And in fact, you can actually order off the full menu, but this is the specialty brunch menu for the weekend brunch. Because I am wearing this very attractive captain's hat, I received a free mimosa, so you too can get a free mimosa. You just have to wear a captain's hat, which is very on brand for this restaurant. We were also started with some of their signature breakfast rolls. Now this is the signature rolls with honey butter that they do during every meal, but at breakfast time they add a special cinnamon glaze on top. So that's like cinnamon powdered sugar, think kind of like a cinnamon roll or a donut, so those look absolutely fabulous. All right, so cheers to the Captain's Brunch here at the Boathouse. It's actually quite a good mimosa. I do love mimosas. I love a champagne brunch, and it's a good juice to champagne ratio. That's really the most important thing when it comes to mimosa. I don't want too much orange juice. I know a lot of people don't want too much champagne, so you got to have that right bubbles to juice ratio. And I think this is pretty good. I like mine a little lighter on the juice, but it's pretty good. You can taste both the juice and the bubbles. No complaints here. And all I had to do was wear this cool hat and not look ridiculous at all. Get into this sweet roll here. Now, I've never met a Parker house roll that I didn't like. This is no exception. Nice and doughy and delicious. But that cinnamon glaze on top, that's pretty darn tasty. That's a really good breakfast roll. It's definitely sweet, but it's not as sweet as, say, the one over at Garden Grill at Epcot, so delish. Here we have the crab cakes Benedict off the brunch menu. So you've got your poached eggs, crab cake, hollandaise sauce, and then it's actually got some prosciutto on there. So it comes with asparagus, there's a lemon to squeeze on there. It looks pretty delicious. I am really excited about this one. This is their shrimp and grits. So it's got cheddar beer grits, grilled shrimp, andouille sausage, 2 eggs, whatever style you'd like. So I get mine over easy and it looks amazing. All right, first up, shrimp and grits. Getting a perfect bite with that gooey egg, the sausage, the shrimp, the grit, all of it. Oh yeah, this is gonna be graceful, but look at that cheesiness. Look at that. Those are, first things first, very delicious grits. Oh my goodness. Those are super cheesy. Yeah, A+ grits. Right texture for grits, they're not too gritty. The sausage definitely has a little bit of heat to it, which I love because I like heat and I like spicy food. If you are heat adverse, I would not get the sausage in it. I'd ask for that to be taken out. But if you like heat, I definitely think you're going to be excited to get a little bit of that coming from the andouille sausage. The shrimp are grilled to perfection. I will say the shrimp flavor is not as strong. Definitely the strongest flavor was the sausage and the grits when I bit into it. Then you've got that runny egg, super cheesy. Overall, a very well executed shrimp and grits. Next up, this crab cake eggs Benny. So I've got a good bite here with the biscuit, the crab cake, the prosciutto, and the egg. taste the crab. Let me tell you what, that is definitely the strongest flavor. There's lots of high quality crab on here, and you can taste it. Like, this is not a crab cake that's majority the binder. This is definitely majority of the crab, and that's the strongest flavor. That plus the egg. You don't really taste the prosciutto, but it adds a little bit of saltiness to it. And then you've got, of course, the hollandaise on it. I wish the hollandaise was spicy. Like, I wish I had a little heat to the dish. That's the thing missing from this dish that I liked about the shrimp and grits. So, but I think if you're a crab cake fan, if you're a crab fan, this is a really unique way to do eggs benny. Perfect for the Boathouse. Of course, one of the main reasons to come to brunch here, specifically at the Boathouse, is they've got the pianos doing some live entertainment. Can't see them from where I'm sitting, but I can hear them, and their sweet melodious voices. So as I'm eating the eggs benny, I've decided what it's missing is the bread layer. They're using the crab cake instead of using some kind of English muffin or something like they traditionally would. But because there is so much crab meat, which is great, it means it's a great quality crab cake, there's not a lot of support. So it's kind of just it's messy. There's no English muffin to like soak up all that delicious eggy goodness and hollandaise sauce. So it's messy, but it's very good. And if you're a crab fan, I think this would blow you away. Just as a little pro tip, if you do ever want to do the Ampha cars, which are those cars that do the lap around the lake, you can get $25 off your ticket if you eat at the Boathouse. So save your receipt, and you can get a $25 off of the $125 price if you eat at the Boathouse. So keep that in mind. So how did the Boathouse stack up on the brunch battle? I was delighted by that shrimp and grits. I thought it was so good. Definitely one of the better brunch items I've had at Walt Disney World. That crab was great as well, and if you're a crab person, I think you're going to be dazzled by that. The mimosa was good. It was a well-poured mimosa, simple, nothing that exciting, but they did have some other more unique cocktails you can try. What sets the Boathouse apart from Wine Bar George or Homecoming is the live entertainment. So it's nice to have live music. I wasn't sitting in the room with the musicians, but I could still hear them, watch them. So if you're someone that likes live music, if you're maybe missing that jelly rolls, if there's a jelly roll shaped hole in your heart, you may want to consider coming to the Boathouse. So I think I would definitely be back with my captain's hat. No complaints from me. This brunch throwdown is very difficult. And our final contender in this epic brunch throwdown, Chef Art Smith's Homecoming. Chef Art Smith is a James Beard award-winning chef. He was Oprah's personal chef for over a decade, and his restaurant is known for Southern flair. I am obsessed with his thigh-high chicken biscuits that are on the regular menu, but they're known for their fried chicken, mac and cheese, gravy, cheddar drop biscuits, their shine cocktails, and we are headed to their Saturday and Sunday Rise and Shine brunch. Chef Art Smith's brunch menu is very similar to his dinner and lunch menu, meaning Southern deliciousness. Think fried chicken, biscuits, gravy, but they've also got things like pecan smoked bacon, house-made biscuits, they've got a short rib hash, they've got eggs. Basically, it's gonna be delicious, cheesy carb fantasticness. That's how I would describe this. Delicious, cheesy carb fantasticness, TM. Course one is here. We have got the signature donuts. These are only available on the weekends during brunch. They are house-made glazed donuts, and then they've got pecans, the smoked bacon, and house-made caramel sauce on top. I don't love donuts. I actually actively don't like donuts, but if any donut could change my mind, I feel like it's gonna be this one. And then I'm also trying the Moonshine Mash cocktail. So Moonshine is one of their specialties here. They have dozens of different ones. They're known for their moonshine cocktails. This one is a watermelon infused moonshine, and then it's got fresh watermelon and lime juices and a little bit of simple syrup. All right, Chef Art Smith, make me like donuts. I think he did it. That is so good. The main flavor is the smoky bacon, the smoky salty bacon, and then you get that sweet caramel and a crunch from the pecan. I do taste that it's a donut, but I actually taste the donut the least. I can tell it's a good donut texture, but most of the flavors are from the toppings. As not a donut lover, that's fabulous. I know I'm not a donut connoisseur by far, but that's probably the best donut I've ever had. And my brunch date is nodding and saying, yes, that's the best donut they've ever had as well. So, all right, and now for brunch cocktails. Cheers. Ooh, that is a delight. It is so refreshing. The watermelon is perfect, but it's not too sweet because of the lime juice. That is so good. A lot of the drinks here do tend to be on the sweeter side because they use a lot of fruits and juices, so it can get really sweet. They do have those moonshines, and you can get the refillable moonshine mugs where you get a deal if you refill them. My favorite of the moonshines is either the sweet tea shine or the strawberry lemonade moonshine. You can bring those to brunch if you want to do those refillable squirt mugs, but yeah, that's fantastic. Light, crisp, refreshing, taste the lime juice a lot, taste the watermelon, just a little bit of sweetness. That's a fabulous cocktail. For a savory appetizer, we are starting with the fried green tomatoes. Now, these are available on the lunch and dinner menu as well. They also have their amazing deviled eggs and their biscuits as part of the appetizer menu, which I've had, and they're fabulous. But these are fried green tomatoes, one of Chef Art Smith's specialties. They've got some shaved ham on there, remoulade, and then locally dressed greens. Very excited about this. Fried green tomato time. Maybe too early in the meal to say this, but I feel like Chef Art can do no wrong. That is the best fried green tomato I've ever had. It is perfectly crunchy. It's got a fabulous, it seems like there's cornmeal in the breading. And then it's got that bright fried green tomato. You've got that salty ham on there, but it's not overwhelming. And then the remoulade is adding just the perfect amount of flavor and zest. And I personally love arugula. It's one of my favorite greens. I like the bitterness of it, and that's balancing out everything perfectly. So while I would say, if you only pick one appetizer and you want something sweet, go for the donuts, which I never thought I'd say. And the deviled eggs are fabulous, but there is something special about this fried green tomato. I could eat a lot of these. And I will. Oh my gosh, this ham is so good. It's so good. I love it in here. It's like farmhouse industrial chic. Definitely themed after Chef Art Smith's family farm. So you're going to see a lot of woodwork, but also a lot of metals. Here are those signature moonshines that they're known for. This is a great spot. If you're not coming for brunch, I definitely recommend if you're coming for drinks at Disney Springs, you cannot beat their shines on tap. Again, my favorites are the sweet tea and the strawberry lemonade. I love them. Entrees are here and they look fabulous. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to eat this. Okay, first of all, we've got the avocado toast. We haven't had avocado toast yet on this adventure, and that's a key brunch staple IMO. So this is grilled Cuban bread. There's fresh avocado on there over easy eggs, and then you've got some pickled red onions, radish tossed in. We've got some fresh greens on there, lemon, olive oil. And then for the side, all the entrees for the most part come with a side. These are their signature grits, and they have added bacon and cheese to them because she said, do you want to add bacon and cheese to your grits? And the answer is yes, duh, obviously. And all the bacon here, by the way, is pecan smoked, so pretty fabulous. And then this over here is called the Hallelujah Biscuit. I am literally drooling looking at it. It is an open face, one of Chef Art Smith's signature cheddar drop biscuits. And then you've got his amazing fried chicken on there, pimento cheese, sawmill gravy, bacon, and topped with 2 over easy eggs. For the side here, we have their special brunch side, which is the potatoes au gratin, which is made from their mashed potatoes, but then they make them a gratin. And once again, she said, you want me to put bacon on top of that? And I said, yes, obviously, thank you. Doesn't this look incredible? Avocado toast. I love avocado toast. Avocados are one of my favorite foods, as is toast, as is eggs. Maybe that's why I like it so much. I love avocado toast. I get avocado toast at brunch all the time. This is fantabulous. It's a great choice for a lighter meal. I know a lot of the stuff is really, really heavy here, and it's all amazing, but if you are looking for something lighter, tons of great flavor. That bread is grilled to perfection. Nice hearty bread holding up to that ooey gooey, perfectly over easy egg. Then you've got fresh avocado, which shines through. The pickled vegetables add a little bit of that vinegary flavor, and then the fresh greens are tossed with that nice spice, lemon, and olive oil. It's amazing avocado toast. Now, would I tell you to come here and get this over something like the biscuits? Probably not. But if you've got a couple people and you're sharing, it's nice to have something lighter mixed in, and this is a great choice. Now let's try the grits that go with this. Okay, I love grits. Those are so good. They're big and chunky, so they're a little thicker grain than you might be used to, but they're perfectly buttery, creamy. The bacon and cheese on top is a perfect choice. I mean, they're grits. We're at a southern restaurant. What do you expect? They're fabulous. All right, getting myself the perfect bite. This has so many of my favorite things. Fried chicken, biscuits, bacon, pimento cheese, over easy egg. Look at that. Yum. Oh my okra. That is phenomenal. As always, the fried chicken is cooked to perfection. It is so juicy. It's got the perfect, his seasoning blend that he puts as the crust on the fried chicken is phenomenal. It's got a little bit of pepper, like the tiniest bit. It's got some cayenne or something, and it's got like the tiniest bit of heat, or that's coming from the pimento cheese, which pimento cheese is literally one of my favorite foods. Smeared on there, and gravy. I love sawmill gravy. In my opinion, it's the only gravy that matters. So you've got sawmill gravy, which is like the chunky gravy. It usually has some kind of sausage in it. So there's over easy eggs that are providing that runniness. And then of course, Chef Smith's biscuits are the best biscuits I've ever had in my entire life. They are so perfect and cheesy. They've got a little bit of pepper in them. It's perfect. It's perfect. If you like, and of course there's bacon. There's pepper smoked bacon on here, or pecan smoked bacon on here. It's perfect. Each ingredient on its own is amazing, and then put together it sings perfectly. It is definitely a heavy, heavy dish. Definitely recommend sharing this one with someone because it is very filling. Lots and lots of hearty ingredients. You got chicken and bacon and biscuits and gravy. What more could I want? Potatoes covered in cheese. Let's eat those now. Look at that. Yeah, those are great as well. They basically taste like cheesy bacony mashed potatoes. Super creamy, super fabulous. You're gonna only get one side. I don't think you can pick between this or the grits, but you gotta pick one of those. Everything's been amazing, and that bacon, that smoky bacon, wow. I'm almost at a loss for words, which rarely happens. Overall, no surprise, delighted by everything I had here at Homecoming. My favorite thing was definitely that biscuit. That chicken was cooked to perfection. I love pimento cheese and gravy, and I could eat 100 of Chef Smith's biscuits, and they're so amazing. They're so amazing. So I would definitely say that has been my favorite thing here. It's also one of my favorite dishes I had anywhere. That and the burrata from Wine Bar George were definitely my two favorite things I ate in this entire brunch video. So this is going to be a close one, but Homecoming is definitely, I think, the most accessible brunch. It's got the most, it's something a little bit different because not a lot of people eat Southern food all the time, but it's still, I think, if you have pickier eaters, if you have kids, they're going to find something that they love, but also your more adventurous eaters can get something a little bit more unique. They've got a spicy, hash. They've got some okra and some different things. So I love it here. This is one of my favorite restaurants in all of Disney World. So their brunch was phenomenal. Well, we had 3 amazing brunches over the last few weekends here at Disney Springs. So who is the champion? Honestly, I don't want to choose. They were all amazing in their own right. If you're looking for live entertainment or you're a seafood fan, then I think the Boathouse might be for you. But if you're a little bit more adventurous, a little bit more of a foodie, maybe on a date, you might want to go over to Wine Bar George. Wine Bar George has the burrata, which is one of my favorite meals in all of Walt Disney World, and those were my favorite brunch cocktails. However, Homecoming knocks it out of the park every single time. That fried chicken biscuit was my other favorite thing I ate. Absolutely delicious, and I've never had anything bad here. I think this one is more of your most traditional brunch, but I don't think you can go wrong at any place. If you've had brunch in Walt Disney World, definitely let us know down in the comments. What throwdown do you want to see next? Let us know that as well. In the meantime, friends, make sure to rate, review, subscribe to our channel, follow us on social media at AllEars.net, and until next time, I'm Molly, and it's been magical. Want to see more of my videos? Click over here. Want to subscribe? You can do that right here. And also, ring that notification bell to make sure you get instantly notified anytime we post a new video. Thanks for following. See you real soon.